everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Saturday night. Tonight we're going to be talking about Dogecoin whales. That's right, whale wallets, big amounts of Dogecoin moving around. Is this the sign that something's about to happen with Dogecoin, or could this be something else? We're going to be talking about that a little later. Let's first get caught up on Doge and how Doge is trading. So let me drop down here into the corner so we can see the chart nice and big. And here's Dogecoin at 8.8 cents. So trading on a Saturday night has been kind of up and down this evening. If we look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin's been flat, just flat trading on Bitcoin, hardly any volume on Bitcoin as it's just going sideways. But Doge has had a little more up and down, particularly from Thursday evening when Doge was above 9 cents and it dropped down to 8.5. But it's been a nice steady climb through Friday and now through Saturday. So that climb has been pretty good. Whenever you see the MACD down here, these are these green bars, and you see like hour after hour after hour of consecutive green bars. That's a good thing. That means the price is going up. So that's what we've got. There's been a few little spikes in volume. We had one this afternoon when Doge here popped up over 9 cents and came right back down to 8.9. And so it's kind of been up and down since then, but that's good. Those are good signs that Doge is trading up. So we have this slight upward trend. 9 cents is still the resistance. Right now, support is this yellow line, 8.5 cents. And so Doge has been trading in this channel here for a few days now, between 8.5 and 9 cents. So we'll be watching that going forward. We'll get into some other altcoins later on. Certainly leave a message in the chat of something you'd like me to take a look at, what else we want to talk about, as well as be sure to give the stream a like so we can get some more people coming in. Those likes are always good, so get those likes up. I certainly appreciate the support. What is happening with whales? So here's an article today from the Daily Hodl. Crypto whale moves $28 million in dormant Dogecoin. Crypto analytics firm details bearish signal. We don't like bearish signals. Bearish signals mean Doge is going to go down. We don't like that. A deep-pocketed crypto whale is suddenly moving millions of dollars in Doge after holding the top meme coin for about 2 years. So this is on Look On Chain. And they've tweeted out that a wallet that had been inactive for nearly 2 years just transferred 326 million Dogecoin. Do you have 326 million Doge? I don't have that much, but the valuation of that many Doge right now is over $28 million. So it looked like that wallet accumulated most of their Doge back in March of 2021. So what was happening back in March of 2021? We go back to the weekly here and we look back on Dogecoin, and Dogecoin was right here in March of 2021. It had that first wake up from January 2021, came up to 8.75 or so was its high, and then it dipped back down. And then in March, it was just trading sideways, but it was about between 4.7 and 5.5 cents. It was right in that range there. And things had gotten pretty quiet until, of course, then April 1st and then April 16th when Doge just took off and rocketed up to 75 cents. So whoever this whale wallet is, they bought all their Doge right in there. So probably my guess would be around 4.75 cents would be my guess on this whale wallet that they are talking about here. So what does this mean? Well, crypto analytics firm Sanam says Dogecoin is signaling bearishness for the broader crypto markets. According to according to sentiment, Dogecoin's elevated social metrics suggest the crypto markets could witness a corrective move. And they're saying to the downside. And I'm just like, why do we want to go to the downside? Do we want to go up? Dogecoin trading 8.7 cents, time of this writing, up 10% over the last 24 hours. We'll go over the top cryptos and see how they're trading in a minute. So yeah, kind of interesting. Looking at the sentiment chart here about what this means, and they're saying by all the indicators that they're looking at that there's going to be a little dip coming up, and so here we are on Saturday night. Let me go back to the 30-minute chart here. We'll take a look at Doge trading here, and typically what we see on weekends when we have, especially with Bitcoin, doing this really low volume sideways trading, something doesn't happen usually until Sunday night. But this weekend is a little different because typically Sunday night, that's when you first get your early indicators of futures trading for stocks. So when the stock market opens on Monday morning, there's already some futures involved. And so by Sunday night, you kind of get an idea of what investors think about Monday morning. But this coming week, there's no stock market on Monday. The stock market is closed in the United States for a holiday, President's Day holiday. New York Stock Exchange is closed. So we're not going to be seeing those early futures until Monday night, which leads into Tuesday morning stock trading. So what does that mean for Sunday night in crypto? I don't know. We will see. We will see what the sentiment is on Sunday night, but the sentiment chart here is showing that there could be a dip here in the broader crypto market. So, also the 33.5 billion Dogecoin held by Robinhood customers. That's what this article is about. Let's see, more than 230 million Dogecoin have been transferred. This is in the top 20 wallets. So where we go to look at those is BitInfo charts. You just go to bitinfocharts.com. Here's the URL up here, bitinfocharts.com. And then they have, you can go look at Bitcoin, look at Ethereum, but they've got a Doge page too. And you look at the Doge page, and here's the top 100 richest Dogecoin wallet addresses. So these are just wallets. And what's happened over the past year or so, BitInfo has actually started labeling some of these wallets as they've received confirmation from different exchanges, mostly, of who owns what wallet. So the number one wallet here is owned by Robinhood. This is this DPDL wallet. And here it is with 33.5 billion Dogecoin. Billion. So that's almost 25% of all Dogecoin. All the Dogecoin. The 138 billion total Dogecoin. 25% of them are sitting in this one wallet. So Robinhood, what Robinhood does is they hold all of the Dogecoin on behalf of the Robinhood users who own Dogecoin. So if you have a Robinhood app and you own Dogecoin, guess where your Dogecoin are? It's not in your wallet. No, it's here. It's right here in this wallet. DPDL is the cold storage wallet. Holding, it's kind of the reserve, right? Because when you go into Robinhood and you buy Dogecoin, they have this reserve of Doge that essentially you're trading against. And so if they ever got audited, or someone was taking a look at them and seeing, do you really have the Dogecoin on behalf of your users? They can say yes, because there it is, 33.5 billion. However, they also have more than that. That's right, they have more than that. Robinhood has multiple wallets, and Vlad Tenev, the CEO of Robinhood, has admitted that. Now, they haven't said which are the other wallets, but we can go into this DPDL wallet just by clicking on it, and you can see that there were some recent transfers. And these recent transfers happened on February 10th. And you can see 400 million Doge, 400 million Doge, 400 million Doge. Interesting, though, it's 400 million and 2. Now, why would they do 400 million and 2 Doge? Well, the 2 they throw in there because that's the network fee. That's right. It only costs 2 Doge to transfer the Dogecoin from wallet to wallet, which is nothing. 2 Doge, that's nothing. 400 million Doge. That's pretty incredible. So where did these Dogecoin go? Why were there 3 transactions of 400 million Dogecoin out of the Robinhood wallet? Well, let's click on the block. We can look at the block here, and it will talk about this transaction of 400 million Doge. And where does that go? Well, it was actually part of a bigger transfer, this total of 1.05 billion Dogecoin that moved around. But it went to this DDUX wallet right here. There's 400 million Doge to DDUX. So we click on that. And then here it is, the 400 million Doge coming in right here on the 10th. There have been some other movements of Doge within this wallet, some in, some out. But what is interesting about this DDUX wallet is it's number 5 right here. And you can see number 5 and how many Dogecoin are in this wallet. So we go back to the overall chart, and here it is, number 5, this DDUX wallet. It has 4.3 billion Dogecoin. So this is Robinhood Dogecoin too. And Vlad had mentioned that there's a cold wallet and a hot wallet. This, I think, is the hot wallet, or one of the hot wallets that they use for more daily transfers of Dogecoin. I think when you go in Robinhood and you do a transfer of Doge from your so-called Robinhood wallet, which really isn't a real wallet because you don't have the keys for it, you don't have a seed phrase, but it's how Robinhood set it up. So you can actually transfer Dogecoin off of Robinhood or onto Robinhood. And that's done through a series of transfers of the Doge. So they've got a cold wallet, which is the number 1 wallet, this DPDL wallet here. And then they've got this DDUX wallet, which is the 5th wallet here. And I think this is kind of not a completely hot wallet, because I think they actually take the Doge from there and they do it another transfer to a wallet designation that then you use for your transfer. That's how it works. But together, you go 33.56 plus 4.32, you're talking 38 billion Dogecoin in those 2 wallets that Robinhood has. So this is where your Doge is if you hold on Robinhood. It's right here. So when you start reading about, oh, the whales, they're big transfers of Doge on whales, most likely it's just transfers from exchanges. Exchanges transfer large blocks of Dogecoin. It isn't a whale, someone like you or me, who, of course, as Judge Arco is saying here, and here I'm thinking having 850,000 was huge. 400 million, yeah. If I had 400 million, I'd be like, that'd be pretty nice, right? That'd be pretty sweet. 400 million Doge. Now these are exchanges, and the exchanges hold the Doge so that you can trade on their exchange, and they really don't have to do any wallet transfers, right? You're trading just against the price, and the Doge is just sitting there. So that's how it works. And it's not only for Robinhood. Look at this number 2 wallet. That's a Binance wallet. Binance has 7.7 billion Dogecoin, which is 5.5% of the total that Binance has. Kriss is another wallet here, this DDT wallet. They've got 5 billion. Then you go down here and they've got Kraken. There's a Kraken wallet right there that has 1 billion Doge. Here's another Binance wallet that has 958 million. Go down further. Here's a Crypto.com wallet, 658 million. And I think Webull is in here somewhere too, because Webull operates very similar to Robinhood in that they don't have individual wallets for their customers. They instead hold the coins for you. So one of these is Webull. Just BitInfoCharts hasn't been able to identify that. But I think they should identify this DDUX wallet because I think it's pretty clear that that is another Robinhood wallet. So that's what it looks like on the wallet side. And when you look at this, you look at the 33 or plus the 1.5 plus 4.5, that's 38. And you've got this Kriss wallet for another 5, that's 43. And then you add in, Kraken, there's 44. Binance again, let's round it up to 45. That's like a third of all Dogecoin is just held in those exchange wallets. Nobody's going to be dumping that many Doge onto the market. There was this whole fear a couple of years ago that one of these big whales that owns all this, they could just dump it and crash the price. Well, the exchanges aren't going to be dumping it because they need to have it in reserve for their exchange to operate. That's the liquidity on their exchange for trading Dogecoin. And they do the same with Bitcoin and Ethereum and other coins as well. So that's the story on the wallet. So if you see these, these articles about these whales, right? $28 million of Dogecoin just got, moved. Well, that crypto whale most likely is an exchange. Not a lot of individuals sitting around with $28 million in Doge. They're just art. It could be here because this was an unknown wallet here. So, and there really isn't a lot of detail here about that transaction. So we don't really know, but that's just a guess on my part. And so here is a Cryptosaurus. Here talking about the 33.5 billion Doge held by Robinhood. They've held that for years. For at least 2 years, they've had 38 billion Dogecoin. They started accumulating Dogecoin in the summer of 2019. So they were one of the earlier exchanges to have large blocks of Doge. And they were accumulating it at a price that was well under a penny. Most of those Doge that they have, they're sitting on big profit on it, but they're not in it for profit. They make their money off of the trading. And so, they're not one of these like a Celsius or Voyager or someone else that's doing stuff on the side with it. They're making money off the exchange. That whole payment for order flow business, that's how Robinhood makes their money. It's on the trading. And Coinbase the same too. So there's a large percentage of Coinbase's profits. You can see it in their earnings reports. It's commissions on trades. That's how they make their money. They're not investing in crypto and then selling crypto for profits. They have the crypto for liquidity on their exchange. So the Doge can be traded, and then they just move the Doge around as they need to, and they just keep it going. The longer Doge keeps trading, the more money they make. So that's what's going there. The interesting thing though is here's 100 100 million Doge at a price of $8.7 million was transferred from a top 20 wallet to an unknown wallet. So we don't know what that one was. But look at what the fee was. 2.27. Whoop. I clicked on it. I went to the Twitter page. A 2.27 Doge. About 20 cents. It costs about 20 cents to move 100 million Doge. That's how cheap Doge is. Now, there are some exchanges like Binance that charge you 50 Doge, which is a ripoff. So I don't recommend buying Doge on Binance or Binance US, even though I'm an affiliate with Binance US. Don't buy Doge there because 50 Doge, they charge still for transferring Doge. I mean, 50 Doge, when Doge was well under a penny, that wasn't so much. But at 8 cents, that's what, $4 or $5. But if it's 20 cents, 40 cents, and it's still 50 Doge, that's unnecessary. It doesn't cost them that to do a transfer. So this is the way to do it. And Robinhood doesn't charge an additional. Robinhood, if you want to transfer Doge off of Robinhood or onto Robinhood, they don't put an additional fee on. It's just whatever that network fee is. And if you're just transferring small amounts, that network fee is it's minimal. I think one of them that I did was 0.02 Doge. It was like 0.02 Doge, which is like less than a penny to do a transfer. So Robinhood's good for that. I mean, I don't like the Robinhood exchange, the way they, you get the price that they give you, which is usually there's a wide range between the bid and the ask. So, yeah, that's what's happening on the wallet front there. Kind of interesting, but it all goes back to these big wallets that are exchange wallets. And then also, just if you ever look at this, there's this Doge Party wallet, this number 7. This is 1.8 billion Dogecoin. That was burned. There was going to be a fork of Doge Party. You can Google Doge Party. You can look it up. You can read about what happened then. And then whatever that project was, it dissolved. And so 1.8 billion Dogecoin got burned. Kind of interesting. Anyway, so that's the total news on Dogecoin with these whale wallets right now. So let's see what's going on. 8.86. So we're still in this range here. Again, trading between 8.5 and 9, and we'll see how this trades overnight and into Sunday. So what else is going on? What do you guys need to know here? Yep, that's the bid and the ask spread. Yep. You're buying in the price on that liquidity is what it is. So they set the ask and the bid however they want to. And if you look at the bid and the ask spread on Robinhood versus Binance, Robinhood's is huge and Binance is minimal. It's minuscule. So that's what they do with that spread. And yeah, Robinhood Crypto makes money on that difference. Because if you wanted it right now, Doge is trading at 8872. If you set a limit order right now for 8872, you're not going to get that. It won't buy there. Or a market order. You set a market order here and you say buy, you're not going to get 8872. You're going to get like 89. It's going to go up because the spread is so big. You're going to be paying that much more for the Doge. That's just how they do it. But they've got no fees. So there's no exchange fee when you buy, sell, or transfer. There's just a network fee when you do a transfer offer onto Robinhood, which is minimal. So you pay one way or the other. These companies are making money off of us, the retail traders. Doge One project, I have not heard a thing. There's some rumblings that maybe it's in August now, but I haven't heard. So we do not know. And Doge Bull asking the same thing. Is Doge One happening? I wish I had news for you. I don't know. It's been pretty quiet on the SpaceX side for Doge One. It looks like that they've been concentrating on, the Starship tests for, some eventual Mars mission. And they've been working on that pretty strong. And so really quiet on the Doge One front. What's up, Bull Run? Welcome. We're going to see 10 cents by Sunday? I don't think so, Jadranko. I don't see a pump coming like that in the next day. And according to this crypto whale article, bearish signal, they say. Bearish signal. Now, it doesn't mean anything, right? And moving Doge, even if it is a true whale, moving 28 million Doge, I mean, unless they really are hurting for money and they want to sell it, I wouldn't be selling Doge at 8.8 cents. I'd be waiting for the next run because it's going to happen. At some point in time, there's going to be another Doge run. How high is it going to go? I don't know. It's probably going to be more than 10 cents. But I wouldn't be selling at 8.8. If I had that much Doge, I wouldn't be selling. Doge needs to pump again for real. It will, Doge Bull. It will. We just have to be patient. Patience we need. But it'll happen. Hey, Jadranko. Spread is 0.04. Sometimes it's more than that. If it's really volatile trading, I've noticed that spread is even more. So, but yeah, if it's 815, if you're buying, you're going to buy for 189 or 819. And if you're selling, you're going to sell it for lower 811. And that's right. You set a limit order and it's 815. It will not do the limit order until the price goes up to the next level to 819, and then it'll hit. But you pay more than what you. Well, if you have a limit order, you'll pay that much. But it'll wait until it hits it. That's how it works on Robinhood. But if you trade enough on Robinhood, you know that. When you're looking at the price on your phone, you're like, you can't buy it for that price. And you can't sell it for that price. You're going to sell it a little lower and you're going to buy it a little higher. That's just the way Robinhood works. Through their Robinhood crypto payment thing. That's just how it works. But no fees. Coinbase charges you a fee. Binance charges you a fee. I think Binance had no fee BTC for a while. I think that was a short time. I'm not sure, but other exchanges charge fees, but Webull and Robinhood do not. So, and I've got links in the description below for Robinhood and Webull if you guys want to check either of those out. You get some free stocks, free crypto on Webull. They're still running that deal. I think they're still running the deal on the crypto, or maybe they changed it. It's now Google stock or something. Those on a month-to-month basis, those deals change, but it doesn't cost anything to join, and you try it out. I like Webull. They've got some really good charts for a phone app. I think the phone app is really good. And then they also have a separate chart app for your computer that I use all the time, mostly for stocks, because it's great. It's really a great standalone chart app for stocks. I use TradingView, which you're looking at here, for all my crypto, because I don't like the stock charts as much on TradingView. You get I don't like the way it works as much as what you get on Webull for stocks. So, and another reminder, guys, hit the like button. Certainly appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel while you're down there hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button too. Certainly appreciate the support. And then if you ever want to join channel membership, I've got channel memberships too that help support the channel. You get some groovy little emojis when you do that. I'll put the emojis here in the chat here. Where's my emojis? Boop, 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 boop. We can do that one. 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 So those are the fun little extra emojis you get for a channel membership, if you want to check that out. But there's a link in the description below for channel memberships. You want to support the channel and have some fun emojis to play with. And then the more channel members I get, then I can add more emojis, more custom emojis. And I would take requests from my subscribers and my members about what other emojis you'd like to see that you can't get on the standard emoji package. So, but these are fun little Doge emojis, and I like the little monkey. So check those out if you want to check that out. Bull run. I think if Doge continues sitting below 10 cents, whales will start selling and pumping other projects. Yeah, there could be a little impatience. Yep. They don't want their money just sitting here when they can go, run it on another project. That could happen. That could absolutely happen. And thank you on the thumbnails. I have fun making them. Some of them are kind of easy to make, and some of them are I put a little more effort in on the thumbnails. It's just kind of a fun thing I've been doing. I've been practicing, doing some different things. Sometimes I don't put any text on there, and sometimes I do put the text. I don't think it really matters. These trends kind of go on YouTube, where sometimes it's like, you see all these thumbnails and there's no text on it. It's just an image. I don't know if you get more engagement on that, or do you put the text on there that shows what you're talking about? So I'm doing the text again. We'll see how it goes. Hey, Alaki. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. CDM. Appreciate it. Thank you. Mr. Bullrun, super sticker. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. And CDM wants to buy some more at 5 cents. You know what that means, though, right? If Doge is down at 5 cents, we've got a crypto crash going. Do we really want that? Do we really want crypto to crash? So you could buy some more Dogecoin at 5 cents, because Doge isn't going to crash on its own. It's only going to crash if we see a big Bitcoin, and a whole crypto market crash, like we saw with, the Luna crash and then the FTX crash. It's going to be that kind of big thing that would get you down to 5 cents. But that means your whole portfolio is going to dump. It's not just Dogecoin. So yeah, if you want to buy some cheap Doge, that means there's going to be pain across the whole crypto market. Personally, I don't want my whole crypto portfolio to tank like that. I've had enough damage in 2022, particularly May with the Luna and then November with the FTX. Those two events just, that hurt. Did it give buying opportunities? Yes. If you weren't buying crypto in December and early January, I think that was the bottom. I think that was the bottom. Of course, Doge's bottom was back in June when Doge hit 4.9. And it did not revisit 5 cents because at the end of October, we had this big run because of Elon buying Twitter. Remember that? So we go to the 4-hour chart and we look at, we look at that big run here. So we had on October 24th, we had Doge sitting at 5.9 cents. It was down there. Well, I got to get rid of your comment. Sorry there. There we go. So Doge was sitting right there, 5.9 cents. Elon buys Twitter, Dogecoin takes off to 15 cents. Then when Doge got shorted back down, it got shorted back down to like 8 cents, but it never revisited 5.9, much less 4.9, which is where it was back in June. Instead, its low was right here at the end of December at 6.9. And I bought some Dogecoin right there. Yeah, I bought Doge right there. I think I bought a little bit more at like 7.2, or it was like one of these dips. I had bought some. I should probably circle that too, because I did 2 sets of buying, but I don't remember what day it was. I think it was right before Christmas. It was right in there somewhere. So I bought some there, and then I bought some at 6.9. That's the bottom. And do you know where Bitcoin was then? Well, Bitcoin had hit its bottom back here right after the FTX crash, 15.6. That was the Bitcoin bottom right there. I don't remember what this thing was for. Need to get rid of that. So if you want 5-cent Dogecoin, Bitcoin would be crashing back down 17, 16. Whole market crash. I don't think we want to experience that again. That was painful. That was very painful. So Doge still trading sideways between 8.5 and 9 cents. That's where we are. And that's kind of think where it's going to be overnight and into tomorrow. And then we'll see Sunday night. 8buy wants Doge to go to 70. I would love it. Just straight up. Sure. Oh, drop down just for a day or two and then come right back up. Just give you time to buy some and it'll be like it never happened. No, thank you. Don't need another crash. You bought more algo. Algorand. Yep. So I've got support at 25.7 here for algo. That would be my target price for buying more. If we do see, some retracement in Bitcoin, that's your support line right there at 25.7 for Algorand. But overall, algo is still, at 27.5. It's been on such a great run, and it's going to keep going, I think. Not financial advice, but I've got a big bag of Algorand. I'm pretty happy with it. I'd like to pick up a little more, though, and get to 1 million algos. That would be awesome. But right now, I'm just waiting for that next dip. But a little dip, not one like CDM wants. Little dip. If Doge dipped down to like 7.8, that would be a good dip for buying, I think, for Dogecoin. So far, it's been just touching underneath 8 cents. So that was this right here on Thursday. We had this dip, and actually, no, that was the one at 8.5. It was this one here that I circled. It was these three, right? 7.98. This one hit 7.96. And this one just touched 8 cents. It's like 3 dips right there at 8 cents. So if Doge traded down, maybe we would see that again. But right now, we're in this channel between 8.5 and 9. That's where Doge is trading right now. And as we said earlier, it's been trading pretty steadily up since Thursday afternoon when we had this retracement, when Doge came up over 9 cents. So that's what it looks like right now. You've got a 7.5 cent average now. Yeah. As long as it stays above that, you're in the green. That's good. There's a lot of people who still have higher averages that were buying Doge in the 30s. Hopefully they've been dollar cost averaging and they got some down in the 6s, maybe even in the 5s back in October. I think it's going to be a while before we see 30-cent Dogecoin again, guys. That's going to be a while. It'll get there, but it's going to be a while. So the other thing I've been looking at is SHIB. And I know a lot of you guys are like all Dogecoin. That's all you want to hear. Especially SHIB, the so-called Dogecoin killer. But there's a lot of wait and see happening right now with SHIB and this Shibarium, this level 2 thing. So what's going on there? So we've got David Gokhshtein. He tweeted that his meme tokens are coming back to life, and so he has tweeted before that he owns both Dogecoin and SHIB, and he said that he was loading up on SHIB back on January 15th when SHIB was in the 1039 zone. That's where he was buying SHIB. So I go to SHIB and let's go back to the 2-hour chart. We've been tracking SHIB for a little while here on the streams. So if he was buying, yeah, he was buying back here. Right here in the middle of January is where he was buying. But since that, SHIB has had a lot of enthusiasm and anticipation for this Shibarium and what's going to happen with it. So, so some people have been loading up on SHIB, and yes, I bought some SHIB as well because I don't want to miss out this time. And it's purely to make money. It's purely SHIB is going to go on a run, and then I'm just going to sell it. I'm not a long-term SHIB holder like I am with Doge. I bought some, and I'm going to sell it for a profit, and then put it back into Doge, Bitcoin, who knows. But with that, there's a lot of stuff going on with the SHIB army. The lead dev is criticizing the SHIB army over the. You start hearing this stuff like, when is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? And I mean, I know how it feels. It's tough leading a project, and that's all he's been hearing. Satoshi Kusama, that's all he's been hearing on the Telegram. And so the All Things Shibarium Telegram group, he said, he expressed frustration with the lack of empathy, saying, I'm pushing as quickly as possible, and such a lack of empathy is the root of the issue. He claimed that he is basically tired of being harassed about it by the SHIB army, that this was one of the issues that is impeding the launch because these people won't leave him alone. When asked if the launch would be delayed once more, some even suggested maybe into 2024. Kusama said he didn't initially establish a specific date, so it can't be delayed because he never put out a date when Shibarium would come out. But we had heard that it was going to be last week on the 14th. It was going to be this beta test to SHIB, and then it just never happened. The main developer teased members earlier this week this mysterious phrase, things come way before May. So he put that out there. So don't know what that means. But that ignited rumors of the impending launch. Claimed that the launch might happen sooner than they had anticipated. Prior to that, the anonymous project lead announced that Shibarium was ready. The community will receive the beta. That was supposed to come on the 14th. Hasn't happened. But what happened is these members were complaining, and then he got so frustrated with it that he ended up locking the Telegram channel. He didn't want to hear it anymore. So he locked it. Only he can post official messages on it now, and no one else can post on it. So that's kind of weird. That is going on. It doesn't sound good. And then you've got the Shiba Swap team on the other side that is trying to really pump up SHIB, saying that SHIB can reach $1. The SHIB to $1 thing to get people all excited. It's like, SHIB is not going to $1. The market cap would just be insane. It would be more than all the rest of cryptocurrency all put together. And then some. SHIB went to $1. So that's not happening. A penny? We looked at that on the stream last week. And then that would put it right at like 4th on the top cryptos. We looked at the we looked at coin market cap, and it would be right in here between Tether and BNB is where SHIB would be if it hit a penny. Could it do that? Who knows? Who knows? I mean, as Bullrun is suggesting, Vitalik Buterin might be behind SHIB. Who knows? Personally, I don't think Vitalik is behind SHIB. There were these other ETH whales that created SHIB and are behind it. And then they sent Vitalik a whole crap ton of SHIB. Instead of burning it, they sent it to Vitalik to kind of make people think that Vitalik was involved, to get people to buy into SHIB, thinking that Vitalik was part of the team. And Vitalik ended up sending a bunch of it to like India to help with COVID relief. So I don't think Vitalik is behind SHIB. We'll never know though. They're remaining anonymous, but I think they're big ETH whales. Just not Vitalik, I don't think. SHIB makes you nervous. I mean, I've just bought a bunch of SHIB, and yeah, it makes me a little nervous too, reading these articles about this stuff. But we've seen SHIB pump before, and it's going to pump again at some point in time. And I just wanted to be on the train this time. And it's just purely for profit. You have both Doge and SHIB and love them both. I love Doge. I'm using SHIB. I'm just using it for profit. That's it. That's my take on it. We'll see. I mean, David Goxstein bought at 10 and it's now at 13. So he's in profit. I'm in a little profit because I was buying in the 12s and I made like 3 purchases here. Yeah, like 12.9, down here at 11.7, 11.8, and then here again at 12.4. were like my 3 purchases. So yeah, I'm up a little bit, but I'm waiting for like the run to 20, 30, 40. Because it'll happen. Go back to the daily and you zoom out and you're like, sheep went on this huge run before. I'm not going to be sitting on the sidelines for the next one. And it's same with Doge too. So I don't swing trade Doge anymore. Because I'd hate to be in the middle of a swing trade. You know, Doge goes up to like touches 10 cents again and then you sell. Right? Thinking, oh, I'm going to take profits at 10 cents. It's going to go back to 9. I'll buy back in and I'll make, thousands of dollars on that. But what if it doesn't stop at 10 cents? What if it keeps going up? That's what happened in April of 2021. A lot of people were trying to be a little fancy there with their swing trade and missed out on the big run. So you always got to be careful with that on the Doge trading. Hi, Ian. How are you? You're in Miami this week. Hope it's warm down there. To the moon. Yes, sir. That's what we like. One other article, and it's just one of those things you look at and you're just like, oh, whatever. Benzinga, good old Benzinga. It doesn't want to load. Big blank screen. Well, we'll let that load in the background. I'll get to that in a minute. Anything else you guys want to look at? You were tempted to sell Doge, put it somewhere else, but decided not to. Yeah, and it's a waiting game with Doge, I think, right now. Patience, as I say, right? Patience. So. Gotta have patience. Let's see tonight what else is going on. Things are pretty quiet. Matic looks like it's back up over $1.50 because it's been on this huge run back from February 14th. If you go back to the 13th when it was at $1.14 and it ran up to $1.55, that was a 35% run there. In 5 days, that was pretty impressive. And of course, when that happened, guess what? Matic overtook Doge in the top 10 cryptocurrencies. Doge was number 9, but now Matic has passed Doge, and Doge is in 10th now. Doge will be back. You know when Doge goes on its run, right? It'll take off, but it won't be when the other coins are taken off. But yeah, right now, Matic is up here at 9 and Doge is at 10. So that's kind of interesting. We're just watching Matic take off. I don't have Matic. I have not bought into Polygon. Wish I would now. Of course, you see that. But I'm doing pretty well on some others that I've got. Cadena has been great lately. It's gone on this nice big run here from Thursday. So that's good. And then Kusama. I was talking about Kusama last week and you guys didn't respond, but look at Kusama's big run here. Bought down here at 30 and it went up 43% for Kusama. So those two are winners. Yearn is kind of going sideways right now. Ribbon is down a little bit. Oh, looks like tonight it's got a little pump going. Didn't see that. That's nice. Get Ribbon back up. Let's see what this little pump is on Ribbon. Yeah, about 3.5% or so. That's good. And then Optimism is the other one. It had a big run back here. We were talking about optimism about a week ago. And optimism went on a run. You got to be patient, CDM. This is what gets you in trouble with Doge. People get impatient, then they sell, they go into something else, and Doge takes off. But again, not financial advice here, but there's a lot of good projects, though. A lot of things are going to be jumping. Your Matic investment doing really well. Yep. Yep, and that's how I feel about Algorand and my Tesla stock that I bought at the beginning of January. Tesla's gone from $1.10 up to over $200. It's $208 now. So those were good purchases that I made end of December, beginning of January. And now with the money I got at the end of January, I've only put about half of it in. I still have half of it in cash. Because I don't know, just looking at the market right now, and it's like, I'd like to see a dip before I'm buying it at these prices. Again, this is the trader in me. Now, if the market just keeps going up and it doesn't dip, I'll get it on the next dip, and it might be a little bit higher, but I like to buy in the dips. And right now we're just doing a little sideways trading. This 8.5, I mean, yeah, maybe that was, I mean, I hope Doge at 8.5, that's as low as it goes. Maybe it retests it again and takes off. That'd be fine. But part of me kind of thinks that we're going to be seeing a retest of 8 cents back down here and not just 8.5. But that's just the trader in me looking at the markets, and I think we're going to have some downward movement on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to come down, and it's going to retest down here at 22,000. And if Bitcoin retests that down at 22,000, then Doge will be retesting 8 cents. But that might not happen. It just, the market just might just keep going up. Does it typically happen that way? I mean, this FOMC meeting, the first week of March, if they raise rates 50 basis points, some are suggesting that might be a possibility. That would be bad for stocks and crypto. They would probably react negatively to that. And there are some forecasting 6 months of just recessionary conditions that mean we're just going to be trading sideways for months and months. So we could be sitting here in May talking about 8-cent Dogecoin still. Again, I just tell it like I see it. I'm not the fanboy who's just going to be continually shouting out Dogecoin to the moon like somebody else does. That's just how I see the market and how I see things shaping up right now. So, but we've got Elon, right? We need Elon to get Twitter in check. That way he can focus on other stuff. Yep, fun stuff equals Doge profits. Yeah, it's going to take a while for Twitter to get that whole payments thing going. So the anticipation of that is going to be delayed. That's going to take a while. And early indications are that it's just going to be fiat with this sort of in-app, on website Twitter coin thing, which isn't really a currency at all. It's just going to be, keep track of how many of these coins you've earned, and then when you cash out, you cash out. But then he'll probably add in later a crypto on-ramp and crypto off-ramp to get Twitter coins. But the Twitter coins themselves are just an in-app thing. not a cryptocurrency or a fiat currency in itself. That's what I think is going to happen with Twitter. Expect good weather next week here in Miami. Come over. I would love to come down to Miami. I was in Miami Beach for February vacation week, right when COVID was starting to become a thing. That was my last trip down to Miami Beach, which was great. It was great weather that week. It was like 85 degrees. It's beautiful. Yeah, I remember that. Good to get away from Boston and go down to Miami Beach. Yeah. Yeah, that was what, 3 years ago now? God. Yep, I'd love to come down. Some other time, okay? Some other time I'll meet you down there. I thought Doge was going to pump to 10 cents with all those Floki pictures. Yeah, I think that's just a wink and a nod of Elon just letting the Dogecoin community know he hasn't forgotten about us. But that's not enough to make Dogecoin pump. Not that much. There was a little pump, right? I mean, it came up over 9 cents. Yeah, it hit over 9 cents here. But got those shorters who short it back down. So tempting to sell Doge. Have to be patient with Doge. Never know. That's what I think too. But that's also what I talk about is a diversified portfolio. And I thank Bull Run there for, a few weeks ago on stream, he was talking about like all these different coins. And I was just thinking about it. And I was just like, I want to be in some of those. I want to be in some of those. So my into January money, instead of putting more into Algorand and Doge and Sheeb that I already had, I instead started branching out and getting some other stuff, which was the Cadena and the Kusama and Optimism. So that was this Optimism that I bought down here. So, and now I'm up 40% on that Optimism that I bought. So feel good. I didn't get Jasmy. Jasmy was down here, and I just thought I should have bought it when it dropped below 6, and I didn't. I bought Optimism, but I didn't buy Jasmy. But I do want to get some Jasmy too, because I think that's going to go on a run. We were charting it here a couple weeks ago. A few weeks ago, we were charting Jasmy, looking at it. But yeah, the time really to have bought it was right down there. Oh, well. There was a dip right on February 1st, right below 5. I don't know if it's going to revisit that low for Jasmy, but so I'll find an onboard point somewhere to get to be in the Jasmy game. A lot of people talk about Jasmy on Twitter, and so that's another one I've got my eye on. Again, just to broaden the portfolio a little bit, get a little more diversification, be in the game on some of these others that we know can moon. And it's purely for profit. Again, the only long-term ones I'm going to be having is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge. And everything else is a shorter time frame. Even the Algorand, maybe I'll keep some algo longer term, but most of it is going to be profit taking. When we get in the bull market a year from now, the Bitcoin halving is just a little over a year away. That's going to be pretty exciting. So we'll see how that goes. But right now, 8.8 cent Doge. That's what we got. I was criticizing you for having so many coins because every coin I would mention, you would say you have. So you've got like 100 coins, and I've got about 16, maybe 20 now. Or once I get jazz me and a couple others, then I'll be at 20. But you've got like 100. I don't know how you keep track of it all. Because I use the spreadsheet system, and that's not going to work for 100 coins. For me, that's not going to work. But I'm going to get into some of these others. I will do that. And you bought some Jasmine too. Of course you did. Of course you did. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, gang, that's where we are tonight. 8.8 cent Doge. It's been there through the whole stream. We'll see where we are tomorrow. I'll be on again Sunday night. Yep, Doge is holding strong, Isaac. Yep. Yeah, holding strong. So we'll see how we'll see how the Sunday night is. We'll be live 9 o'clock Eastern time. And I redid my my outro video, so you guys can enjoy that. Who've hung around to the end here of the stream, because I needed to just remake a couple things on it, and that's now done. So enjoy that. Hope you all have a good rest of your Saturday night, and enjoy your Sunday. And I will see you Sunday night. I'm making some short videos too, doing some shorts of some different things. Just something else that I've been thinking about, and so doing a little bit of that as well. So you'll see some of that from me as well. But here's my outro. Enjoy it, and I will see you guys tomorrow night, 9 o'clock.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.